It's Figuccio at Don Figuccio Studios. Doing a live stream today. Got a couple things going on. Haven't did one in a while. Since the last release that I had. So if anybody's been tuning in, I released a project called G2. I released it on Easter, so hasn't been too long. But I really enjoy, this whole year I've just been doing a lot of projects. I've just been putting out so much music. Yeah, and basically every time I drop a project, I just do a little stream just to like timestamp it, document it. Yeah, so G2, as far as I'm concerned, it was my best project I've ever released. The time, energy, and just efficiency that I put into it was, my most productive, and the quality was just the best that I've ever had. And that's good to see for me. That's really what has motivated me to continue going on at this point. Is just seeing my growth as an artist. I feel like if I didn't see that this past year, then I probably wouldn't even be doing music anymore. So fortunately, I got to experience that, and I'm still going and still creating music that I personally enjoy myself. I listen to my music practically every day, and for a while it was really the only music that I was listening to. But I just released the music video for Break It Up. And Break It Up, I think this song really has potential to, it could be a hit. That's my personal opinion. I mean, there's not many songs like that I consider that I have that are like certifiable, bona fide hits. Probably like maybe 3 to 5, I would say. Maybe 3 to 5 that I would consider could actually, do something, and this is definitely one of them. Once I heard it, it's just a catchy song. That's the thing. I'm not gonna be very technical with my lyrics, I guess you would say. I mean, I'm gonna keep it very simple, and I'm gonna try to find the best pockets. That's just what I do as an artist. I try to find the best pockets, the best flow that I could possibly come up with, and then, I try to find like a harmony or a melody, the best melody that I can. Really, I really aim for melodies. I'm more like melodic, and I try to get like a tone, a sound. I always hit for like a sound of a song. That's really what I do. I'm not like that spitter type of rapper. That's just not what I do. And some people do it, and I know that's just not my strength. So I know what I do, and I try to execute that as best as I can. But the Break It Up video, it's probably my best video I've ever shot. It's funny because it's my most recent. But that's good that I'm still seeing growth as well in that area. But it was definitely once I shot it, like maybe 12 o'clock at night. I think I got back like probably 2 o'clock in the morning, and I worked on it until 7 p.m. or 7 a.m. 7 a.m. Yeah, about 7 a.m. I think it was maybe 7. It could have been later. I don't know. It could have been, but then I think I went to sleep. So I worked on it like 5 hours straight, put it together, so it was good. And yeah, that's how the video came up, and I edited a little bit later on the day, but to me, I was like, that's, it's just how when things come together like that, okay, it's something I just want to get done, or just had that inspiration at that time, whatever it may be. Yeah, and I'm glad I got to get that, because I was at a point at that day, I was like, do I really want to go and shoot it? I was kind of like debating with myself. And then when I went to the place to go shoot, it was kind of like dead. So I like left. And I was like, yeah, it's kind of dry. And I was like, I don't even, you know, I don't think it's gonna be anything good. So I was about to like leave. So I went for a little walk. And I was like, okay, let me go back. So once I got back, then things started popping off. It seemed. So I was like, okay, now I'm getting like shots, best shots that I got. You know, good clean shots, nice shots, and you know, people were with it and they had the energy for it, and that's what I like. You know, when people were actually into it and they, you know, and they start, you know, people give the energy. That's what I need. I can't just like if it's low energy and nobody's into it. I'm just like, I don't even want to do it. You know, it's just you're not gonna get anything good. So fortunate, people were, you know, with it, got into it. So I'm grateful for that. Happy about that. That's more than you could really ask for in that type of situation, especially doing the shooting that I'm shooting. When I'm just going into like places like that, you know, it's different. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah, break it up definitely. You know, I got it going. It's going right now. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I just need the exposure for that song, and that song could do whatever it, you know, numbers. It could definitely do numbers. It's just a matter. It's always left up to the algorithm. Really, the algorithm picking it up, and you know, people enjoying it and reposting it. That's really what it comes down to, a lot of the times. Because I'm not doing any major like, I'm doing like my own little promotion for it. Like I even like printed out little pictures with QR codes that send the link to my page, and send the link to like purchase the song, like if possible. Like you can get it. I mean, you can get the song on Spotify, but you know, if people want to support you, I give them that option, to buy it on Even. Um, so yeah, I've been doing that, doing my own promo. I've been posting that everywhere. I've been doing a lot of. I did a lot of the snippets, like little short videos. I did a lot of shorts for it. I did maybe, I don't know how many, but I posted on like 5 different social media platforms. Maybe like, yeah, about 5, and I probably posted like maybe 6 or 7 posts. So I think you know, I did what I could with it. Maybe I could do a little bit more, and I'm gonna continue to do it. That's kind of like the start, but it's just like the promo to get to the video. And now that the video's out, or it should be out, I'm sure it should be posted by now. And now that the video's officially out, you know, it's just a matter of, you know, let it go, whatever happens. But personally, for me, I just think it's one of them songs that could be a popular song. You know, it's just a catchy song, has a good vibe to it. I like it. It's like a party song. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't see why it couldn't do anything. It's not like your average thing that's people are doing now. I don't even know what's really going on musically. I just know Drake dropped, but you know, I'm in my own lane doing my own thing. So I'm not like copying anybody. I'm just literally like listening to my own stuff. I had to listen to the Drake album. You know, the Drake albums. I did that. That's just something I do as a consumer. I've been a music consumer and always keeping up to date on current music, and you know, especially hip hop, rap, whatever's going on. Like I know Max B and Fresh Montana, they just released their projects, so I listened to that last night. I always do that. Like certain artists, I'm definitely gonna listen to their projects. You know, Drake obviously, Max B and French Montana. Been following them for years too, years. But Break It Up out now, and I got so I released G2. I released G2 on Easter, and I still had a lot more songs. I had a lot more songs, kind of not really like left over, but I had some songs that I really wanted to put on. But the funny thing is, like one of the songs I wanted to put on, I got copyrighted for, which was there was no reason I should have got copyrighted for it because I have rights to it. But as soon as I got copyright on it, then it it allowed me to release it, but I deleted it right away, one of the songs. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna put that song, because that was a song I really wanted on that project, but it just wasn't meant to be. So then, I think obviously it was meant for this project. So I had other songs too, and also like I continue to record, and there's like certain songs like it was a different vibe. So I was like, okay, there were some songs that I like wanted to, like different periods of the time periods that I was recording. I want that like in a section. That's what I'm doing. I'm like, okay, but it has to like fit as well. So it can't just be like a random song that has no place on it. But also G2 was an album, like official. Like to me, I consider that an album, because I had so many different styles and put into an album. That's why I think more or less an album kind of is more like maybe like a playlist. Whereas like this tape that's coming out, it's like almost like the mixtape version of that album, but I consider it like the side B. So it's kind of like disc 2, like a double disc, but it's like honestly its own project. That's why I gave it a name. Like it's G2. It's under the category of G2, but it's called Double or Nothing. So, and obviously it's like double or nothing. It's like a play on it too, because it's the second, it's G2, but it's also the second side of G2. So it's like double or nothing. It's the same thing. So I thought that was pretty cool. And I like the whole concept, what I did with with the table and stuff. I do everything myself. I do it all. I do the pictures. I do the videos. That's what I'm saying. I'm just like one man band putting all this time and energy into this, and I never thought I'd be able to do all this stuff, to be honest with you, and to do it as like the way that I've been doing it now, and I'm happy that I have the chance and the opportunity to do it, because some people don't have that chance. They don't get the chance to actually entirely pursue something, and I'm fortunate enough where I stand in my position. I've been honestly blessed, just being able to pursue this. Even if it didn't work out, I can check this off my list of, what I came, I saw, and I conquered. I did what I had to do, whether it pops off or doesn't. I put that effort into where I can feel like, okay, I did my best. And some things aren't meant. Maybe they are, So I just leave it up to, you know, the guy. Yeah, at this point, G2. So now G2 side B is about to release on Memorial Day. Got about 7 tracks on it. So there was 13 tracks on G2, just G2, the album. And then now side B coming out. There's 7 tracks on this project. So, that just shows like, and that's really the plan. That's the plan. I think, yeah, I was gonna release a deluxe. It was like a deluxe, but I was like, you know what? I got more material than just like a bonus disc where you just add a couple extra songs. I was like, this is a whole project, and a lot of the songs actually sound like cohesive. That's what I look for in like any type of project, like a smaller project. They gotta be like cohesive, similar sounds. It's hard to do that with like a long project, to make all the sounds kind of sound similar but not the same, and get different sounds vocally. But sonically, sometimes I try, like that's like a difference, big difference. I like to hear a song that's like kind of cohesive. But it's hard to do that unless you're working with a producer, like what I've been doing. So that's the thing. That's why I'm able to do it right now. If I was like just getting random beats off YouTube, then I wouldn't be able to get like that cohesiveness that I've been able to get. I've been using the same producer basically all year. Well, since September. Every one of my projects has been like entirely by the same producer, Sned. So Sned, he's fairly known beat mate producer on YouTube, and I linked up with him, and I really made my best work since I've been working with him. So that's been great, and that's really helped the entire process. Um, yeah, at this point, so that's really mainly what's been going on. As far as if anybody tuning in new to Figuccio, that Don Figuccio Studios. I started, I've been doing this for a while now. But this really this year, I consider it like my year that I've truly developed into an artist. Other years it was just like, okay, putting in the work, practicing, and now it's all come to a point where everything has come together and I'm like developed. I wouldn't say fully developed, but I feel like there's like, I could get better, but I'm where I need to be at this point to go where I think I could go at this point. It didn't never seem realistic with the music that I was making before, because it just wasn't like popular. I would say the music I was making, it just didn't have a good sound. But once I found this new sound, it's kind of just motivated me to keep going. I just want to like make more music just so I can listen to it, to be honest with you. I just enjoy the music. Just I don't know. I enjoy it, and that was never really like a thing for me. Like I had songs that I would listen to, but I would never consistently listen to my music. That's how I know it's improved. Yeah, I don't know. I like that Break It Up song. I think that you know it could be my most successful, as long as it gets out there. That's the whole thing. It's just pushing it out there. So if it gets that push, and I think it could definitely do numbers. So I've been like since September. That's when I started like this streak that I'm on. I released a project 9/29/92. So that was my first one. That was like honestly that was my first one, but to tell you the truth, it was actually going to be my last one if I didn't find a new sound. So once I developed this new sound that I never have before, and I was getting a lot better as an artist, I was like really surprised, and I was like, you know what, let me just give it like another year, see what happens, and try to just go all out. So then I decided that I said I'm gonna release a project every holiday. So I released one. So 9/29/92. That was released on my birthday. Then I released Dawn of the Dawn 3. That was released on Halloween. Then November I released 9 Mile. Then December I released God Put Me On 3. And the end of December, like June, I released Cold Front 2. So that's 5 projects right there. 5 projects. And then in April, I released G2. So that's 6. And now I'm about to release G2 Side B, 7. So that's basically, that's the run I've been on, 7 tapes. So I've just been on like tear, continuously recording. And my sound it continues to improve. That's really what I always aimed for. Just like a new sound, better flows, just more technical, cleaner. And I think that I'm achieving that. The standard that I believe is necessary to reach that next level. But up to this point, really, let me see. Once I release this, I'm gonna do the promo. And like I said, really, I'm giving myself a year, so I'm giving myself till September. So I'm pushing whatever out now, and I'm driving. I still have so much material. I don't even know how much songs that I've recorded this year. At least 100. Probably at least 100. Maybe close to 200. Probably close to 200 songs I've recorded. So I've just been recording and recording. And I have songs that I haven't even mixed yet. You know, I still have to go through all the songs, and that's like the whole other part of the process. Cause even just like last night, I was like, okay, one of these songs I don't really want to be on the project, so I was like, okay, let me scroll through, see if I can find another song. So I'm just going through a song, and I see one, I liked it, but then I didn't like how the mix was coming out. So I was like, I can't really use that song because it's not getting a good mix. So then I go and then I find another song. I was like, oh wow, okay. So that was like a lot better song, and I'm glad that I did the digging and I didn't just settle for a cheap trick. So I found this other song and I just finished mixing that one, and I really like that one. They all have like similar sound, but it's different. It's all different in its own way. That's what I like about it. That's what I like about this project. Very cohesive. A lot of similar sounds, but it just goes together well. So this one is gonna be, it's gonna be a shorter project, but it's gonna hit. Um, so I put Break It Up. Break It Up was actually on G2. So I had Break It Up on G2, the album. And I knew that was like the biggest song on that project, but I didn't promote it yet because I knew that I had to shoot a video for it. But it was just getting the right video. That's the thing about it. It's like, especially a song like that, you want to have a good video. I couldn't just have like a regular video. It had to be like a big thing going on. So that's why I went to the club and shot it in the club. Or else I wouldn't have done it justice. That's why I feel like I got what I needed for it. And I didn't know how I would get it. I wasn't sure. So I'm just glad I was able to get it. And that's why I'm pushing it the way I am, because I really believe in this song. I think it's, has that potential. Other than that, this is really what's going on. I might do the listening party on Memorial Day. That's what I did with G2. I liked that. That was pretty cool. I had everything set up well. Might do that again. I'm just like checking in here, just trying to like stay updated and try to stay familiar with this type of technology, because I'm not really, I haven't done this a lot as far as like the streaming on this new program that I've been using. So I don't want to like lose it and not be able to know how to do it. But this is the cover. This is basically the cover art right behind me for this. I really like it. It's dope. Got like a spacey type of feel for it. I got the casino thing going on, so this is dope. And I got the moon. It's actually like the Ramadan moon. So yeah, as far as that goes, I'm just happy I'm still able to do this and pursue this. Anybody got any questions or anything, they can comment, message me. But other than that, that's everything. Appreciate it.